Hey guys, Chris here. So right behind me we have a 2014 Volvo V70 D3 Momentum with a manual transmission, and in today's video I'm going to take you guys on a test drive of this car. Since it's cold as a mofo outside, the car is already running, as you can see from the intro of the video, so no walkthrough through the exterior, but we can talk a bit about the exterior. This is classic Volvo from, well, all the way up to their modern Thorshammer era, you could call them, after the new XC90 with the new design language. Just classy, classic, aging well, elegant Volvo. Not offensive, but no, not the most exciting either. I still think this is one of the best looking and cleanest looking cars ever, so I really do appreciate and like the design on the outside. And I am cold, that's why this having a heated steering wheel is very welcome. And also the interior is very sturdy, very clean, very classy. This is a 2014 model. It has done 116,000 kilometers, but everything just looks and feels new. This car has been kept very nicely and is currently for sale at my friend's dealership, TS Autosalg here in Fredrikstad. He has lent me this car, so be sure to check the link in the description down below for this car and other cars he is selling. So thanks a lot, Tomas, for lending me this car. So without further ado, first gear, handbrake off, and let's see what is what. We are currently driving on snow tires, and on this place, or this spot here outside of this building, we do have snow, but the roads aren't covered in snow, and it's actually plus degrees outside. So I'm not used to driving a manual, haven't done that in a long time, but it is a very nice feeling manual, very positive feeling. So first, very first impressions is that this D3 diesel, the 2-liter diesel, continues to confuse me. Because in this car, it's very quiet and very refined. I am not kidding you guys. Very quiet, very refined. I'm just going to turn down the heat here and the seat heaters. Hot there. Very quiet and very refined. No vibration, no resonance at idle, which I have experienced in the new models. Either that being, you know, an XC90, or being a V70, or a V60. This feels very quiet and very refined. That just confuses me, because this is an older car, an older platform. Why is it so quiet in this car, and it's not as quiet in some of the new cars? So let's just test that theory again. Yeah, it's very distant, very subdued, very distant, very quiet, and hardly makes any noise at all. Very refined, no vibrations, NVH levels are low. That is just weird. Why? This is that old 4-cylinder unit, the D3. I'll have to double check that, really, guys, because if that is the case, that's what the spec sheet said. 2-liter diesel. I have to check the pink slip, the registration papers of this car, if that is true. So that's what I'm going to do now. But otherwise, very quiet, very comfortable. These old Volvos are set up very softly. This has 17-inch wheels, which would be a sporty option when this car was new. But just very quiet and very comfortable. Nothing sporty, but feels very solid, and this car just feels very newish. It is getting dark outside now. That's why I turned on the dome light. That's why I might look a bit different. But I checked out the registration papers of this car, and this is a 2-liter diesel, meaning it is a 4-cylinder. This is basically the same engine I've had in my XC90, my D4. This is the same engine I had in those two D3 V90 rental cars I had last year. The same diesel, I had in the V40 rental car last year. The same diesel I've had in the D4 V90 cross country. I've driven this engine so many times, and this is the most, I'm not kidding you guys, this is the most refined, the quietest, the one with the lowest NVH levels of any of the Volvos I've driven. Is that because of this having a manual transmission means that this has some refinements, some features, something, some mechanical things that make this more refined? Maybe. I have no idea. If you know, please let me know in the comments down below, because this is one of the quietest diesels I've ever tested. I am genuinely impressed and amazed, and very, very confused because it doesn't make any sense at all. I'm just going to show you guys. Going to second gear, pull here. Barely makes any noise at all. Very refined, very quiet. Overall, I am very impressed by this car. It is very comfortable. It is very quiet, and especially that diesel engine, it just amazes me and confuses me. But, well, I've talked enough about that. This 6-speed manual transmission, once you get used to it, it is very nice, very satisfying. It has very positive gates, and it's not very, very notchy. It feels very relatively nice. It's not a sporty transmission. But this engine, combined this 150 horsepower diesel engine, or 100 and what is, it's actually only 136 horsepower. 136 horsepower diesel engine is more than sufficient enough, but it makes the best of it with this 6-speed transmission. And here in traffic, it's very easy to modulate. It's very easy to move forward. The clutch pedal is light and positive. The grab is almost all the way out, which I always prefer, because it's just easy to modulate. Yeah, this is a very, very pleasant surprise, a very pleasant car to drive. I'm actually quite impressed by it. And also at idle, that is very, very silent, that diesel engine. So there you go, guys. That was my test drive of the 2014 Volvo V70 D3 Momentum, and I am genuinely impressed by how refined, how quiet, how comfortable it is. This is a car I would highly, highly recommend getting if I was shopping for something at this price point, and shopping for, I don't know, a 3, 4, 5-year-old Volvo, because it just feels solid and is very, very nice to drive. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below, and for more car content, as always guys, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.